Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up if you like this video, and leave a comment down below if you'd like me to do a video on a particular topic sometime in the future. The main thing I want to discuss today was a trip that we took out to the end of year get together at our local agricultural supply store, which is a company called Survag in Tasmania. The agronomist there, Tom, hosts a get together where he discusses sort of data throughout the year and statistics that have come out of the industry throughout Australia and in particular Tasmania, north and south regions, and through data that he's collected through the year. It's great, you get a lot of feedback and input out of those get-togethers, and there's a heap of viticulturalists all present that discuss particular topics, and it gives us a chance to sort of put our heads together and you know, if someone has a problem, it's a great place to bring that particular issue up because there's decades worth of experience in the same room. So it was an excellent experience. We topped the afternoon off with a trip out to a local cherry orchard where they discussed their composting methods, which was of particular interest to me because we're going to embark on our biochar endeavour, and compost is a big element of that particular project. So it was a great leap into compost, which is a topic that I knew nothing about until our trip out to the orchard. They have a totally flawless, magnificent compost setup, and I learned a lot. One of the main things that was really stressed through the discussion was the particular ratio that you need to make compost work is 30:1, and 30 parts carbon to 1 part nitrogen. And you'll know quite quickly within a few days whether or not you've got your ratios right, because your compost will become hot in the centre, and that is all the bioorganisms, micronutrients, working and breaking down whatever you have in the compost to turn it into compost. The compost later on will be added to the tea brew, which will go into the charcoal. Again, if you'd like to know more about our biochar project, that is all in a previous video, so you can go and watch that for further information on what we plan to do with the biochar. Another recent development that's come up, instead of using timber from around the property, I found a plentiful supply of pallets, all pine, which are all dry and will burn at the same rate, and I can turn into charcoal much more efficiently than what I could do with the various size bits of timber that are scattered around the property in the form of fallen trees and sticks and shrubs, and there's just so much difference between material density and size that it's going to be very, very difficult to extinguish that material or at a usable stage of charcoal. So basically the pallets are all going to burn roughly at the same rate, and I know that I'm going to get a good charcoal product from the end result. So that's going to be perfect for me to use, and I have access to a big supply of those pallets. So that particular thing will be the perfect material for me to use. So yeah, that was what came out of our talk, and there'll be videos in the future on both our compost pile. As we start the biochar process, there'll be videos on that as well. Either one video or multiple videos covering the different aspects of the biochar, and certainly when we put it all together after it's been soaked, and yeah, we've got the final product and you know how much we'll be putting out. One thing that I've got to keep in mind is that I may only be able to attack 1 or 2 blocks, because we only will get a third of the material back that we put into it. So when we actually burn our material, it will shrink down by 2/3, and we'll end up with 1/3 of the total weight or mass that we put in to be burnt down in the first place. Anyway, this is pretty much just a catch-up video, but the important thing to remember out of it is the carbon nitrogen ratio for compost if you want your compost to be successful. The recommendation given to the group was that we get our fuel or our products tested, so our nitrogen products tested and our carbon products tested, so we can get the balance exactly right. If you want a good compost, you have to have those balances right. There's a lot of videos out there a lot of reading material out there that will tell you that leaves are carbon, food scraps are nitrogen. Put them together and you have your carbon and nitrogen ratio perfect. That isn't always the case, and more often than not, unless you get lucky, the ratios will be off and your compost won't be working efficiently, if at all. So yeah, get your products tested by your local agricultural supply store. Normally have an agronomist that can at least put you in contact with someone that's able to test your products to see the carbon and nitrogen values, and then you can put them together and make a good compost, and find out exactly what you will need to add or subtract or alter in order to get those ratios correct. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.